There was once a scientific convention to which the most respected and accomplished scientists from different fields were invited from all across the world. These were the women and men who were number one in their field of work and who most certainly have done everything they could and had to get where they are. Even though they were at the top of their fields, they were asked on many occasions by their interviewers, do you ever feel like you've wasted your life? Every scientist felt very proud of their sacrifices and hard work and simply scoffed off questions like that with a snarky remark. But to their delight, they would not have to face questions like that on this conversation, as all the attendants were handpicked to ensure the right kind of climate. The convention was hosted in an exclusive lakeside resort so that the scientists had a chance to relax in the woods or on the lake after the seminars. After the first day's proceedings, a mathematician, a physicist, an astronomer, and a molecular biologist hired a boatman to row them around on the lake. As they sat in the boat, they discussed string theory, different universes, hypotheses, and other abstruse topics. The biologist noticed the boatman looking at them from the corner of his eyes. He asked him, what do you think of these ideas? The boatman replied, I didn't understand any of them. The astronomer then asked the boatman, how far was he with his academic achievements? The boatman told them, he could not even read. I hate to say it, said the physicist, but you seem to have wasted your life. The boatman decided to remain silent and the scientists continued to discuss on their theories. After a while, the scientists started scream of joy as they have just come up with a new viable theory that combined all of their fields and it would change how all humans viewed the world. This was the discovery of the lifetime. Unfortunately, none of them had a computer, a smartphone, or a piece of paper to write it down. But they were not worried, as they would have the chance to write everything down when they would get back. By now, they were out in the middle of the lake, far from the shore, when a sudden storm whipped up. The waves started churning and heaving, and all of a sudden, the boat flipped over. The boatman started swimming for the shore when he heard the scientists cry out, help, we can't swim. The boatman, knowing he can't help them, called back, I hate to say it, but you seem to have wasted your life. So, what is the moral of this story is sadly, many people think they have a right to tell you that you have wasted your life and because you did or did not do something. But they forget that every person has their own measure of happiness and achievement. We have different passions, tastes, and professions. And if we work as we learn, and we can make a meaningful impact in the world. There is only so much you can do and know on your own. Respect is earned by the actions a person does day in and day out. Respect should not be earned by titles, but by how people treat each other. So the emotional intelligence plays, the empathy plays a major role here. It is not what you study. Every one of them will have a different taste and different interest. One should not measure the other person by comparing their academic credentials because it may vary. But humanity, you can compare your humanity. Every one of us should have a lot of humanity, a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of empathy, and we need to live as a human and have humane as our quality. Stay blessed.